The Clone Trooper army has sent a massive siege force to a Mandalorian Super Fortress. Normally, they would leave this Mandalorian clan alone. They were dangerous, and quite frankly, the clones had no qualms with them. However, now, they were harboring a fugitive, Aurra Sing, who had aided in multiple different robberies, assassinations, and hostage crises that the Republic now wanted her in jail for. Will the 442nd Siege Battalion manage to cripple the Mandalorian defenses, or will the clones go down fighting? Only time will tell. Yo, what's cracking, gamers? It's your boy, Daily Tactics here, and today we're back with a Mandalorian Super Fortress, baby. And today's my birthday, and because it's my birthday, no, that's a good meme if you guys have heard of that. Either way, it is my birthday, so big thank you guys for another fantastic year on Earth. Hanging out, doing my dream job right now. Seriously, guys, it wouldn't be without you guys that I'd be able to do this, and I'm super grateful for it. So, either way, we've got a Mandalorian fortress here. We have Mandalorian tanks guarding the doors, along with Mandalorian soldiers below them. We've got a whole slew of Mandalorians within the fortress here. These were Mandalorians I was distributing across the defenses. They're not supposed to be there. Oops, okay, bye-bye. We've also got Mandalorians up on the ramparts here in certain bunkers, and finally more Mandalorians over this way with Aurra Sing chilling in the command center over here, waiting to see how the battle goes and to see if she needs to get involved too. The clone troopers have a number of ATOTs, like 8 of them or something crazy like that, as well as 1 ATTE. The ATTE is strictly going to be on the exterior of the fortress here, providing supportive fire for the oncoming clone trooper units who are going to disembark from the ATOT. So it should be a really epic battle. I am super excited for it. If you guys are too, please be sure to hit that like button. Let's try and get 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours. Subscribe if you have not already, and comment on down below if you would like to see some more Super Fortresses in the future, and if we should do another Mandalorian Super Fortress, or should we switch it up, do a different faction Super Fortress. Let me know, boys. Either way, let's get it going. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, gamers, let's go in slow-mo here and press start for ourselves. So the ATTE will be providing supportive fire while the ATOT troopers end up dropping out of the ATOTs here and getting on the ground. The ATTE is in fact providing supportive fire down to the troopers that the Mandalorians have positioned at the doorway here on some sandbag troopers of the Mandalorians, firing out a little bit, trying to hit some of those clones off in the distance. The ATTE, I haven't really seen it fire its main cannon yet. Maybe it's aiming or calibrating or something, I'm not entirely sure, but the enemy tank certainly is firing out its main cannon, which does, I hear some blood-curdling screams, so I take it hits somewhere? I don't actually see any. Well, I guess maybe this guy? I don't know who died to that, but I did hear some blood-curdling screams. Oh, there's a bunch of dead clone troopers back here as they exit the ATOT. Must be getting sliced up by some incoming Mandalorian fire. Speaking of incoming Mandalorian fire, it is going up a notch here as more and more clone troopers enter on into the battlefield here and enter into the Mandalorian woods. I'm guessing that this is taking place on some sort of a moon of Mandalore. That's definitely the best guess I've got for this sort of setting. Mandalorians up in these bunkers getting easily suppressed, but some of them are managing to get some good fire out. Those are nice bunkers because they are tough to hit Mandalorians in, so the clone troopers are going to have a really rough time actually getting any kills from this. However, there are 2 dead Mandalorians in that bunker. And that's it. That's all the Mandalorians that have actually died within these bunkers, which is kind of crazy. These two smaller artillery tanks for the Mandalorians look like they might be dead. They are not, actually. Both of them are still alive, but they are both damaged in some way. I'm not sure if that's just tracks or main gun. Well, that one did just fire its main gun off at the ATTE over here, so I don't think it's the main gun for that one, but it definitely is damaged for sure. And the main big boy back here is still alive and well. A couple more ATTE shots entering into it, but not really doing all that much damage to it. The Mandalorians on the ground floor over here are taking a couple of losses, but nothing too tragic, really. The ATTE has been mostly decrewed, so I am going to go ahead and recrew it real quick with more troopers, so that way it can still maintain functional. It's probably something that the clones would actually do in a real battle anyway, so I don't really feel bad doing that at all. You know, if you lose troopers in an ATTE, more than likely you're gonna send a few more troopers up into that ATTE. Either way, the 442nd Siege Battalion down here is spamming fire up at these Mandalorian bunkers, trying to get the kills on the soldiers within them. 2 dead in this one, 2 still remaining. This one over here has 1 dead now, 3 remaining. And this one down on the left side has 4 dead and 2 remaining. So these Mandalorian bunkers are in fact losing soldiers. This one is completely down. This one is fully intact actually, and this one has 1 soldier missing. So the clones are really starting to aim up at those bunkers, trying to do their best to actually nail them and take them out. By the way, Scout right now is whining, so I'm going to go ahead and take him outside. I will be right back and pause the battle. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Back into the battle here. So more 442nd moving forward. They all seem to be cultivating around these bunkers here, really clearly trying to get the kills on these last final Mandalorians over there, spamming some good fire in there. This bunker does finally fall. It looks like that one also fell, so it's just this one with 2 soldiers remaining in that one, and then on the right side, this one's fallen. This one's got 2 soldiers still. And this one's still got 3. Okay, so, you know, they're whittling away at them, but still somewhat alive. This bazooka trooper bravely standing in the absolute middle of the battlefield, spamming out bazooka fire. Let's go to normal speed here now. He is working on taking out those Mandalorian tanks. I did see a bit of an explosion over there. Maybe these are dead. Yes, both of these artillery tanks are now dead for the Mandalorians, but the big old Chungai Fungi, the Chungus tank, is still alive, and it's actually got rocket capabilities? I had no idea that thing had a Nebelwerfer within it. That's crazy. It just straight up hit the clones with the 1-2 Kapuya Nebelwerfer punch. That thing is going to be tough to take out. They do have heavy armor. They're basically the Mandalorian equivalent to the ATTE. Still extremely powerful and a lethal thing to go up against. So it is going to be tough to take it out, but we've got a lot of bazooka shots entering into it here, so it just might manage to get destroyed by the end of this battle here. At least I hope so. I am seeing some fire coming out of the Mandalorian backlines over here as the clone troopers get close enough to actually interact with them. It'll be interesting to see how many kills those guys get, because this is a very open choke point here, which essentially makes it not really all that much of a choke point. So I am wondering if these Mandalorians way back here will be effective in the slightest, or if it will be a rather even battle. But there we go, another Nebelwerfer launch from the big boy Mandalorian tank here. They need to wipe this thing out. It looks like maybe there's been some damage done to the main guns here as more and more bazooka fire comes on in. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, did it just go down? Nope, it is still alive. It is still very much so alive. More bazooka trooper fire hitting. It's rare when the clones actually have to go up against like powerful tanks, because the majority of the separatist tanks in Star Wars are absolute garbage. AATs are terrible. You know, snail tanks are real poopy too. It's very rare when clones have to go up against a powerful tank here, but it looks like they did finally take it out. It is dead now. So now the clone infantry is free to move into this area and take on the Mandalorians, who are spamming out a ton of fire at the clone troopers here as the second part of the battle sort of ramps up here, and we really get to cruising now against these Mandalorian Super Fortress defenders. Yeah, I mean, the closest thing to a good tank that I would say the Separatists actually have are probably the super tanks, right? The ones that we see on Geonosis with that Geonosis factory. That's probably the only, like, powerful tank that the Separatists have. The Separatists really do go for that quantity over quality in basically all regards to their military, so it's not really all that surprising that they don't have the best of tanks. Either way, over here, the clone troopers have defeated the vast majority of these Mandalorians over this way, but now as they enter into the middle section of this battlefield, there are Mandalorians over here and Mandalorians over here, and it's sort of creating a bit of a pincer movement, well, a static pincer defense that the clone troopers have to go up against, because they both have to attack these troopers on the left as well as these troopers on the right simultaneously, and the Mandalorians are just locking them in there with a ton of incoming fire, which is resulting in a ton of 442nd Trooper deaths at this point. The OTs over here are just making an absolute mess of the battlefield right now. Not really too much of a surprise there. And actually, there's a ton of clones up against these walls here. It does look like they did end up taking out all of the bunkers, but they're all just sort of glitching into the walls over this way. So I am going to go ahead and move all of these clones who are glitching over this way back onto the battlefield, simply because, you know, it's not helping them. It's literally just the AI being derpy and breaking, and so if that happens during a battle, I do like to fix that, because I think it just takes away from the battle, takes away from the force that should be going up against the Mandalorians here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. There's actually quite a number of clones glitching here, and a number of clones, while we do this, are continuing to make moves against these Mandalorians here, which is good. You know, they're making a little bit of progress here while we go. Oh, a couple of clones managed to somehow get up onto the ramparts over there. Perhaps they scaled the walls over here, glitched their way up. I mean, that's the only way they managed to do that, is if they glitched their way up. So, yeah, clones breaking the laws of the game. Only clone troopers, man. Only clone troopers. Bunch of troublemakers, really. Bunch of troublemakers. Either way, still down middle despite the reinforcements coming in. The losses are just mounting for the clone troopers. This is just a very, very tough situation to be in. This is certainly why they call it a super fortress, because the defenses are just so well planned out and so gigantic that it makes it almost impossible to fully assault well. But the clones are making strides. The Mandalorians in this side room over here are starting to die, which will alleviate a lot of pressure from the clone troopers. I do have to say the clones have made no progress over this way or over this way, and that's going to be a major problem for them. So they seriously need to basically burst out of this cover and really start firing, and it looks like more clones are taking that to heart over here, but it's just not enough. If they mass charge this choke point, I think the clones will be able to get away with a victory here. However, right now, they're just sort of dwindling their forces bit by bit. I'm going to pull in the last of these troopers who are glitched against the wall over here and just get them involved in the battle, force them into actually participating in the army that they're a part of here. Go, 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 boys. Go, go, go. There's also a couple of stragglers back here that we could bring forward, but that should be about it for the clone troopers. They basically have no more forces after those guys come forward. Either way, more and more clone troopers dying over here. These guys doing the right thing and hugging the wall over this way and getting fire out across from them. That's exactly how they should be handling this situation, if not just going straight in with all of the forces you've got and overwhelming the enemy defenses. That would be my other choice. That would be the choice that I would go with. That's definitely the way you win this battle, but the clones are going to do what the clones are going to do, baby. More Mandalorians over this way, just piling in the pain. I mean, the clones are essentially at an impasse right now where if they don't do something, they're going to lose too many troopers to actually make it out of this thing alive. Ugh. I really want to throw the clones in the middle. I really, really do. This is just a slaughter for the clone troopers. If they just pushed out together, all together, they'd be able to do this thing. Alright, I'm doing it. It's my birthday, so you can't criticize me on this. You cannot criticize. We're moving out. We're moving the clones out. We are going to get them to all assault at once. This is probably the only way to win this battle. It might even be too late already, considering just how many losses we've taken, but this is definitely the only way that the clones will ever be able to get an upper hand in this choke point and win this thing, is by brute forcing their way through. There's just no cover for them to do any sort of other strategy. So the clones get out in the middle here. Yes, I know I am aiding the clone troopers, but I don't care, frankly. The clones firing away at both sides right now. They are still trapped in the middle, which makes it extremely difficult, but at the very least they are actually getting fire out now, whereas before before they were just dying without doing any sort of resistance against the Mandalorians. We need to send out more troopers. We need more troopers out in the middle here. We need to start firing big time. Let's go into normal speed here. And here we go. The clone troopers fully suppressing the Mandalorians right now. No, they are not getting many kills, but they have alleviated almost all of the fire that's incoming towards them. And they have killed all of these Mandalorians back here. Beautiful. So that is what the clones needed to do. And I think if I hadn't helped the clones here, they never would have gotten to this stage in the battle. And quite frankly, I want to see the rest of the Super Fortress in action. There's still a room here. There's still a whole blockade of troopers here. There's still troopers in here. There's a lot of Super Fortress areas that we have not been able to see yet because the clones were so suppressed there. So, I'm not regretful in helping the clones out, just a tiny bit there. If you guys are mad about that, sorry, it is what it is. I get so many comments whenever I move troopers, even the slightest. It makes me so, like, scared to even touch a trooper in my battles now. Just people, like, berating me for it. It's super weird. Either way, clone troopers moving out on both sides of the battlefield here, and they are still getting gunned down at each room that they are entering on into. There's still quite a bit of Mandalorian resistance. I would say these two rooms are probably the weakest resistance points for the Mandalorians, probably the points where they will go down the easiest, but I think back here, these Mandalorians should be able to get quite a number of clone trooper kills if they just stop getting suppressed right here. There's not even that much incoming fire, so I don't understand why they're all suppressed, but there we go. They all hop up at once and end up getting a nice little, like, 4-piece of clone kills right there. That was beautiful. Also, Mandalorians down this way, still in the fight, still hitting these clones pretty darn hard and managing to get quite a number of kills. I'd say this defense is anyone's game to win right now. I think either side could definitely win this thing. We've got some thermal detonators going off in this room over here. There are still 2 Mandalorians left alive in here, just sort of hiding. Maybe they're gonna wait until the very end of the battle to emerge and maybe get some sneaky flank kills or something along those lines. These Mandalorians back here are still doing an excellent job. The sniper rifles that they are employing on the battlefield just rounding off fire. Those things are extremely powerful. They're a one-shot headshot kill, and I think 2 to the body to kill? Something along those lines. Basically on par with the DC-15X, so those things are definitely very, very lethal. More clone troopers finally entering into this room here where they are getting gunned down a little bit. The Mandalorians managing to hold this room pretty decently well. Yeah, I think this room will hold for quite a while. In fact, I don't even know if the clones are going to be able to do this. This could still be a Mandalorian victory at the very end of the day. It is going to be a tough fought one, but still, it could very, very easily happen. Either way, yeah, these sniper rifles just rounding out fire into the clone troopers in the distance. Let's actually check on some of the kills here. So this one has 6 kills. This one has 18. That's insane. This trooper has 2 kills. This one has none. This trooper has none. This trooper has none. This trooper has 2. This trooper has 5. This trooper has 1. This trooper has 1. None. This trooper's got none. None. Yeah, some of these guys in the back haven't really participated in the battle too much. Let's check in over here. This guy's got none. This guy's got 1. This guy's got 1. This guy's got 1. Roger that. This guy's got none. This guy's got 1. This guy's got 1. This guy's got none. Okay. Over here. Oop, that guy died. This guy's got 3. This guy's got none. This guy's got 1. This guy's got 2. Alright, so the Mandalorians still have a solid chunk of troopers left, and the clone troopers are certainly dwindling in terms of numbers here at the end of the day. I do think that the Mandalorians could still easily win this Super Fortress defense as the clones sort of enter into the final stages of this here battle. I'm going to take a sip of coffee real quick. Oh yeah, the bean juice, baby. You know I'm being a hyper homie today. You know it, baby. If I were to do a bean juice review, I would give the Covfefe a... At its prime, I would say it was an 8 out of 10. It was a very, very good coffee cup. But now it's like a 7 because it's getting cold. But that's really my fault. I guess I'd balance it out to a 7.5 then. I think that's an appropriate review for this bean juice that I am drinking right now, that I am consuming, because, at the end of the day, it's still a very good cup of bean juice, but the temperature is mainly my fault, but it still plays in a factor, you know what I'm saying? Either way, clones making moves over here. A number of them splitting up and going into this room over here. A number of them going over here. It looks like they did kill those last 2 Mandalorians over that way. These Mandalorians on this area still giving them a lot of trouble, getting a ton of clone trooper kills at the end of the day here. This room also still giving the clones a heck of a lot of trouble. A lot of dead clones over here too. And way back here, these guys, for the most part, are dying out. There's still 4 alive in this room, but they are not doing too hot. There's also a few Mandos over here as well. So the clones, let's just see here, are the ones in blue on the minimap at the top left. There are still some up here. I don't know how to get them down. The ATOTs and ATTE back here are, well, they're doing their own thing, that's for sure. But most of the clones seem to be moving towards the left, while a few are moving to the right, but just not that many. Again, many clones are getting stuck yet again in the corners of the map over here, which is kind of annoying to see. I won't fix them just yet. We'll wait and see if they do manage to get out of that position and launch their assault again without me having to meddle, and it actually seems like that is happening right now. A few are managing to trickle into the area over here, and the clones are going up against this Mandalorian defense pretty decently. There's actually 2 Z6 rotary cannons over here, as well as a number of machine gunners, but still, the Mandalorians are managing to hold out pretty nicely over here, and I think this sniper has a lot to do with it, as it's got 18 kills now. This trooper's got none, this trooper's got none, this trooper's got 6, and this trooper's got none. So mainly just 2 guys over there helping out. This guy's what, 1 kill, this guy's got none, this guy's got 2, this guy's got none. Okay, so yeah, just a few Mandalorians over here are the ones who are actually doing any work on the battlefield currently. There you go. Hey, that's a big shot right there. Very well done there from the sniper Mandalorian. He is single-handedly carrying this entire area of the battlefield right here. The clones hiding behind the downed Mandalorian tanks here, trying their best to get some cover for them. But it is very, very tough. I love actually seeing all the bullet marks, or rather laser fire marks, scorch marks, if you will, on the tanks, on the vehicles of the Mandalorians here. I think that's actually kind of neat to see all the fire that's gone into this battle. A couple more troopers entering into this area over here. One of them runs back. The other goes further in, and now he's running back too. Okay. Yikes. Oh, hey, over here, I forgot. This must be a Captain Orange map, because we've got the Lord Gonk himself with the lightsaber going up against the evil medical droid. Yes! Gonk, 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 gonk. Yeah, this must be a Captain Orange map. Captain Orange always leaves little Easter eggs with Lord Gonk across the battlefield. I think they're super duper fun. More clones just sort of ducking into different areas over here. They're not really pushing this area too much. Maybe we should go in fast motion for a little bit here and just see what ends up happening. Yeah, they're just kind of running back and forth. Oh, Siri, no, I'm not trying to talk to you right now. Siri's just trying to butt into the video here. Yeah, a little bit of a push from the Mandos, or sorry, from the clones, and the Mandos managing to push them back pretty decently. Yeah, just not a lot of crazy action going on here, just sort of clones trickling in and out bit by bit, not doing too much. Yeah, pretty lame duck action going on right now. Yeah. Alright, I might go ahead and speed things up just a little bit here by moving the clones into the center here. This is putting them in an area where it will engage them in the fight, but it's not an area where if I plop them there, they're all just going to die immediately. Yeah, so this is basically just an assault. Yeah, I think this is a fair thing to do at this point in the battle when the clones really aren't attacking all that much, to be honest. Mandalorian's still getting suppressed. They're popping up and down, basically the same thing that was happening before, but now the clones are likely going to be forced forward into an actual assault here, as opposed to before where they were being rather cowardly, if we're being completely honest here. Alright, Mandalorian's still popping off a few good shots here. I don't even know what this machine gun's... What is this? DLT-19, is it? I think it might be one of those. I can't remember exactly, but that machine gunner just popping off nice shots at the clones, getting decent damage here and there. Clones actually going straight down the middle here, being rather dangerous in their assault here, but they do get gunned down. A number of clones still dying on the battlefield here. Even some shots going through the bottoms of the tanks here and clipping the clones from below. This sniper still alive for the Mandalorians. He's got 27 kills. That's insane. Not quite on par with Commander 55's 55 kills with the DC-15X, but still a very, very decent amount of kills from any sort of a sniper right there. That is beautifully, beautifully done by this man right here. Props to you, sir. Props to you. The clones still sort of closing in here, but their losses are mounting. And you have to remember, they've still got these troopers they gotta kill. They've still got these troopers they gotta kill. They still got these troopers they gotta kill. And Aura Singh still alive in the back here. So there's still a lot of work the clones have to do, and they're getting completely sucked into this battle right here, and not really able to mount past it. It is getting, you know, pretty extreme in terms of the losses they've taken over here. It's crazy. This guy's still got 27 kills. He's on his last bit of health. His only hope is to maybe pop up and get one more kill, but he's getting grenaded here, so he does end up going down with 27 being his final number. Last trooper here has 8 kills. He also gets grenaded. The clones take the easy way out. I can't blame them right there. And this Mandalorian defense is down, but there's still, again, these rooms over here that the clones have yet to clear. So let's start pushing them this way, because otherwise they won't by themselves, because the AI in this game is stupid. They are particularly stupid, yes. Alright, move out that way. Go! Move it or lose it, buckos. Alright, so it's coming down to the wire here. Last amount of clone troopers sort of still alive. Moving forward. For some reason, these guys are all moving the other way. Move that way. Go. There you go. All right, here we go. The clones engaging over here right off the bat, actually. I'm a little surprised. I didn't think they'd engage right away. But yeah, a little bit of engagement over here with these Mandalorians over this way. They are getting some shots in, but the Mandalorians returning some shots in kind. In 1 second, I got to restart the recording. All right, sorry about that. Nothing happened at all. It was just like a 1 second of me starting the recording again, because if I record for past 20 minutes with my recording software, it messes up the audio files, and I don't know why, but it is what it is, boys. It is what it is. Either way, the last of the Mandalorians over here, the last of the Mandalorians could be a great movie, man. Like the Last of the Mohicans, but the Star Wars version of that. They are clapping some cheeks here. One Mandalorian did end up going down right there, but his comrade on this sort of strategy table here, looks like we got a couple of Venators and a couple of big old disky donut boys for the Seppies. He is still alive, chilling right there. I've also got this Mandalorian here licking in some shots. 2 Mandalorians still here, 2. This guy did end up going down, though. So the clones really only have, like, about a squad of troopers left here. This is all they've got. And they've got a number of Mandalorians that they've got to go after here to actually get the victory. So let's go in fast motion here, see if the clones end up doing anything. Oop! Oop! They crawled in and died. Not great. The last guy's still chilling right here. Let's see. Oop! I did not do that. That was their own volition that they chose to do that. Rip. I am thinking this is going to be a Mandalorian victory. Even though I helped the clones, truth be told, you know, they still were not able to pull it together and to kill these Mandalorians. Let's go ahead and do one final charge for the clones here. Get them to at least go down fighting. Come on, boys. Get in there. Yeah, go down fighting. Hey, they got a kill. Oh, nope, they're all dead. So the clone troopers do end up losing this battle. Despite me helping them and despite them having superior numbers, it was just too much. So red are dead Mandalorians, and truth be told, there are a ton of Mandalorians dead on the battlefield here. This was not an easy victory for the Mandalorians, but Aura Singh is still alive in here. And there's a heck of a lot of dead clones throughout the entirety of the battlefield. This is truly a super fortress. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below what you thought of the video. I'd appreciate that. Alright guys, I'll see y'all later. Peace! I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.